How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Garry's Mod, and today we're going to take a look at a mod that helps to unlock the full potential of the NPCs. In particular, the ones from Half-Life, because, well, let's face it, some of the Half-Life NPCs can be a little, stupid. This is the Dynamic Interactions mod. Now, to start things off, first things first, there is some good settings you can go to. Simply go to Options, and then it's going to be right here in Dynamic Interactions. So first things first, we can go ahead and turn it on or off, which of course you'd want to, well, do. Then of course we can adjust the chance of these interactions happening. You can also change the cooldown if you want to make it smaller or bigger. And then another cooldown if it fails. And then of course we have the minimum health for those interactions to happen. Now, what are these interactions? Because obviously, I mean, there's a lot I'm talking about here, and yes, by the way, they can be done to players. Well, to start things off, let's go ahead and have an antlion. So, antlions, I mean, they hit you. That's pretty typical, right? But what's not typical is when they do executions like that. So guys, FYI, do not change the chance from 1. That's going to be your best chance of having it happen. I had it at 10, and it was just not happening at all. So let's go ahead and try that again. Right there. That is what I'm talking about. And you can see that that was in third person. However, as you can see right here, we do have an option to change it to first person. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like. Oh, that is so cool. Now, obviously, it might be a little nauseating, so we're going to go back to, well, third person. And this is definitely going to make NPCs a lot more formidable. Now, obviously, when they do these executions, it's a one-shot, but, you know, normally you have to get down to a certain health threshold, but for the sake of this video, just so I can show them off better, we're going to have it happen a lot more often. And if you thought that antlions were the only ones that could do it, well, then I have some great news for you, because this can happen to a lot more than just your standard antlion. Now, you might have noticed that not a lot happened there, but check this out. That's pretty cool. There's even one for the zombies and the combine. But we can do better than that, so let's go ahead and try that again. I do believe that the zombies have their own. Now, I can't quite tell if that was the zombies animation or the combine's animation. Alright, let's see if we can get it this time. Oh, there it is. Pretty cool stuff. So, that one's not an execution per se, but let's go ahead and see what the antlion can do to the zombie. Now, guys, I do want to preface that there's about 24-ish animations in this pack, and that even means one for Alex. Now, hers is pretty cool. First things first, though, we do need a zombine, and let's see if we can get this to work, although unfortunately the zombine's going to resort to blowing himself up almost immediately. Oh, there we go. That was pretty cool. So it did look a little jank, but Alex does have her own animations, as you can see, and they look pretty tight. A little quick sometimes, although I'm not too sure if she's supposed to... Excuse me! Alex is out here doing back shots. Not those kind, of course. No, the ones that MLG players would be using. So, that's pretty cool. If you want to turn Alex into a badass, this is going to be the mod for you. Alright, I'm not giving up. I really do want to see the combine execute their own animations. It looks like that one is definitely the zombies. I don't know why the combine aren't doing theirs. Now, it is really important to understand that everything has to really be in place. As you can see here, the combine is doing the same things that Alex was doing, so maybe it depends on the weapons that they have. If that's the case, then I believe this one is going to be an AR2 animation. There we go. That's pretty badass. That's the one I was looking for. It looks like it does depend on the weapon that they do have equipped, but we can see he just straight kicked the zombie down and then shot him while he was on the floor. Pretty cool stuff. Next up, we have the Vortigaunt, and these dudes have always been super formidable, but let's see if their animations are just as potent. Let's be real here, the Vortigaunt doesn't even really need to use animations all that much, because usually his blast is more than enough to take out a zombie. Oh, there it is. Oh! So he completely took the head crab right off of him. This man has no chill. See if we can get that to happen again. It is a pretty rare chance. Oh. I also want to make sure that the Vortigaunt does spawn next to the zombie, because if not, he's just gonna do that the whole time. Oh, there it is. Oh, that is so sick. Awesome stuff. So, as we can see, it's not just one animation. A lot of these NPCs have multiple animations, but now let's see how the Vortigaunt can handle antlions, because antlions are definitely kind of annoying. Ooh, there we go. Oh, that is so cool. So right there you can see the antlion was on his back. Now that may or may not be a requirement for that particular animation, but it looked pretty damn badass. Now as you guys can probably see, the zombie does have an animation too, although I think that's probably more so for NPCs. Next up, let's go ahead and take a look at the hunter, because he does have some pretty interesting things as well. And I think it's only fitting that we have Alex to show it off. Oh god. Oh no! Was that lore accurate? Well, that was one of the animations, and it looks pretty damn nasty. Definitely would not want to mess with the hunter. Now, the hunter's not really going to be doing these things, obviously, from far away. And he does have a few attacks to get in close that he would probably rather use. But let's see what happens if the hunter does get in close. Alright, but what if the hunter fights zombies? Well, you can see again, he is no stranger to taking them all out one by one. Alright, so that's all cool and everything, but what about the rebels? Alright, so we did not get what we wanted. That is definitely what we wanted. Although he does have a few other animations that, for some reason, he is not playing. Now if you, oh, there we go. Oh, right in the stomach. Definitely would not want that to happen to me. Now the real question is though, do these animations also work on us? Yes, they absolutely do. So of course, once everything has been put together, what does this really mean for Garry's mod? Well, it means we're going to have even more epic and awesome fights. Here you can see I have a lot of combine, a lot of zombies, a lot of antlions, a lot of rebel, pretty much a little bit of everything. So let's go ahead and see how these interactions can change the dynamic of these fights. And here goes nothing. Let me know if you guys can see any of the animations, because there's definitely a lot going on here. Ooh. Alright, so here we have the hunter, and look at that! He is definitely utilizing those interactions pretty well. Over here we can see the rebels are definitely holding their own. Now thankfully they can kind of kill the zombies before they can even get close to them. And now, and just like that, there really only is one more hunter left. Will he get an execution off on any of these guys? And he will! Oh, and that one was just brutal. But there you guys have it. Definitely some pretty cool stuff. I think that was a third hunter interaction that we never saw before. Now obviously, we could just sit here and try to fish out all the interactions, but I think that would make for a pretty boring video, and you guys get the gist of it. It adds cool animations that are completely configurable within the options menu here, and it's going to add that extra oomph to your NPC fights if it's something that you want. But I'd love to know what you guys think down below. As always, you can leave a like, subscribe, links will be in the description. Thank you all so much for watching this until the end. I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, thanks for watching and farewell.